It's beer and crisps o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today's beer is a beer called Duff Beer, Lager Beer Hell. It's by Duff Beverage in Germany and it's coming in at 4.9% ABV. Looks pretty good. Well, I say it looks pretty good. I'm a pretty big fan of The Simpsons, so I picked this up in, where was I, Lidl in the UK. I picked this up. And I'm not just going to be drinking the beer on its own. I did say crisp o'clock. Something spiked my interest. By Walker's Crisps. They brought out Max Strong. But look at that. Perfect with beer. So Walker's have brought out crisps to be eaten with beer. This is Wasabi. Got a three flame heat on there. And I've also got Chilli and lime, which is a one flame, not so hot. Perfect with beer. I've read the back of the packets on these crisps, and beer is a massive, massive subject. There's so many different styles, so many different tastes. They reckon they've got some professional people in to pair these crisps, the flavour, the actual crisps themselves, how crunchy it is and whatever, to go really well with beer. So they've gone to the effort of writing down and talking about how good the crisps are with beer. But what beer? Beer is a vast, vast world. Stouts, porters, IPAs, best bitters, double IPAs, German box, German doppelbox, sour beers, saisons. It just goes on and on and on. So I thought to myself, let's not get too complicated. Let's get a lager beer hell and do it this way. So let's first of all get the beer out, because I'm rather thirsty. Touch of smoke on the can opening. Got my pint glass. So I'm just expecting a light lager. Nothing too complicated. So I don't think the beer, I don't think the crisps are going to be too complicated, to be perfectly honest with you. Golden amber, good levels of carbonation, one finger whitehead. Aroma. It's a German lager. A little bit spicy, a little bit lemony. A little bit of biscuit malt in there. Go with the chilli and lime. They look pretty good, to be honest. That's a look at the crisp. Bit like their ridge cut things. Here we go. Crisps go with beer anyway. Oh, oh! Wow, they're... Oh! That's just the one flame. They are really hot. And to be honest with you, perfectly honest with you, I'm glad I grabbed hold of this cold lager. Because it does actually go really well with it. The lager is just, well, it's a bit of a cooking lager really. It's something very bog standard, refreshing, a little bit of biscuit malt, a little bit of corn in there maybe, a little bit of rice. Saying that's a German beer, so... We'll have a look at the ingredients in a moment. But something cold and wet to go with your crisps. They are really hot. Really, really hot. Bit of lime. Tons of chilli. I'm one of these guys, once I pop I can't stop. Oh. So, what are Walker's saying? what Walker's saying, because every different flavour in this range, jalapeno and cheese, extra hot, hot chicken wings, hot, chili and lime, and wasabi. So are they saying that these experts at Walker's Crisps, are they saying that beer lovers just like hot food? I don't know what they're trying to get at here. They brought out a beer, they brought out crisps, sorry, that's perfect with beer, because craft beer and beer in general is having a bit of a spike. There's a lot of interest in beer. They're jumping on the bandwagon. Is it justified? Comment in the comments box. When you go to your pub, when you order some beer, I'm the same, we're all the same. After 2 or 3 beers, you might get a little snacky. What do you comment in the comments box? Do you go for nuts, pickled eggs? Me personally, there's nothing better than a big bag of barbecue beef crisps when I've had a beer. That's what I want. Oh my goodness me, look at the difference in colour. So these are the wasabi. There's the chili and lime. The wasabi are green. Look at that. They don't look so green in the camera, but that's a better reflection of what they look like. Here we go then. These are meant to be really, really hot. Oh wow. It's all about 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps. They are really, really hot crisps. Yes, you kind of... I think they've made these crisps. Don't get me wrong, I love hot food, I love hot crisps. But I think they've gone down this road. It's a bit of a, for me, it's a bit of a novelty. Say my mate Chris, who comes round on a Sunday. After a few beers, we have about 6 beers each. We get to about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. He comes round at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We get about 4 hours into the drinking, so we're on our 6th or 7th beer. And then, you know what I got, it all gets a bit funny, it all gets a bit leery. We generally kind of grab the Indian takeaway menu out of the cupboard there. And we both go and see if we can find the hottest curry on the menu, because that's what blokes do when they're drunk, yeah? When they've had a few beers together. It's the challenge of really hot, really spicy crisps. So generally that's what we do. Really hot, really burning hot curry. And we'll have a few more beers then after. Maybe that's what Walkers are getting at here. Maybe they're thinking... beer lovers, people who just like to go to the pub for a few beers, a few lagers after work, they may want to jump on these. And there's a lot of people who are, there's a take-home market now, 150 grams of crisps, take-home market, and of course there's a big take-home market with beer. So you grab a few bottles, Walkers are thinking, grab a couple of bags of spicy crisps. Are they... The question is, are they perfect with beer? Well, that depends if you like hot stuff, doesn't it? If you're the type of person that don't like hot food, I know a lot of people who don't like hot food, then but you love a beer, these crisps are not perfect for you. And every single flavour in the style are hot. So... maybe not then, maybe they're not perfect with beer. Maybe some ham, some nice big fat ham ridge crisps or beef ridge crisps, 150 grams, maybe they're a bit more perfect with beer. because that can be just as tasty, and that's what I generally go for. I generally don't really go for spicy crisps after a few beers. I want a big pack of, as soon as you open that bag you get the big waft of beef coming at you. That's what I want. Let's rate the beer. To be perfectly honest with you, I would have probably struggled really to get 5-6 minutes of a beer review with this beer. It's wet, it's refreshing, it's cold, it goes well with crisps. If I was to drink 4 pints of this, I think I'd be struggling. Because I like flavour in my beer. There's a touch of biscuit malt. There's a touch of hops on the back end, a little bit of spiciness, but it's Duff Beer. It's Duff Beer. And the crisps, well, I've said enough about the crisps, haven't I? You either like hot crisps, spicy crisps, or you don't. So are they perfect with beer? Well, that depends on you, don't it? Please put your comments in the comments box. Oh, the beer. Let's give the beer a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 for the beer, Duff Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! And cheers.